Welcome to Big Six, fellas. What's really important while we play dominoes and I'm gonna whip your tail.
Let's do
Hey,
it.
my baby's about to go out of school.
Hours. Hours.
And I tell you what, my main goal, A, I want her to graduate.
First and foremost.
Woo! B, I don't want no road ninja to get too close to her. I'm gonna just throw that out there. I'm gonna start right
You
there.
missing the third.
And the third is I got Big Six.
You missing the fourth.
All right, what's the fourth?
I'm a pass, and we get to the fifth.
Hold on, first of all, let me stand up when you're not.
Oh,
Stand up when you're not.
penitentiary rules.
Fit in when we started off like that. I mean, don't get it messed up.
So what are the rules here? Because this is not Rob's house. So what are the rules?
10 to get in.
Uh-huh.
We don't count fouls.
Oh, so we at the black. We might be in the black's house.
We play
He's been indoctrinated.
We
G,
play
He's been
dominoes.
indoctrinated, brother.
G, we in trouble.
But the real talk, though, Greg, since you got two that have been through this thing, I think you're the most experienced sitting at the table, man.
Yeah.
So how was that first time, man? How was that first time letting the baby girl go?
I have to tell you, man, the first time I took her to school, I knew she was prepared, but as I said before, you know 99% of the time, everything's gonna be all right. But it's that 1% of the time that really gets you, man. Even though you know that you are waiting that 1% of whatever, could happen, might happen. So for me, the first one, it was tough for me, man. The beautiful thing was I had support with a family there in Dallas, Fort Worth area. So that was, it gave me some comfort, brother. Now this next one, she was ready to roll. She was ready to go. She wanted the freedom. She felt good about it. I felt good about it. And I didn't cry.
That's the politically correct.
I didn't cry.
That's politically correct. All that, she was ready to go. Look, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you the real, man.
Well, tell me the real, brother.
So,
Not give me the real.
you know what? I was worried, man, that, how am I gonna react? Am I gonna cry? Am I not gonna cry? All of those things. I've been through every thought, man. And it's like, you know what, man, I can just remember taking her home. I'm not ready. I am not ready for this little girl to be a woman, man.
Well, it doesn't start overnight, man. It's a tribute to the women that are in their lives, their mothers, their aunts, their sisters if they have, their friends. I think it really takes a village, man. My daughter is 18. She's actually going to her sophomore year at UT. I feel like my daughter is ready. She has been, she was fortunate enough to be part of a couple STEM programs. She was in Egypt her junior year, going into senior year, alone for a month. So she like me, man. Just land her anywhere, she'll be all right. But to your point, I'm gonna cry my balls out.
I know shit.
I'm gonna cry. Like I know that, and and I wear that with a badge. But they're tears of joy, man, because we did what we were supposed to do.
Hey, it wasn't until years later I found out my parents did cry. And I tell you, I am going to, I'm going to be boo-hooing, man.
Let me give you a unique perspective. So, I have a 21-year-old who's going into her senior year at PV. And man, it was a powerful experience, man, because this is my first child, and, growing up in Ohio and then Michigan, Ohio, you know what time it is. Man, she went everywhere with me. So we bonded on a different level, man. So, I played football. So when we move up on the yard, I got some cats that standing there, greeting us, and my mind has started to take me back, as you would usually do when you're on the yard. You sizing up and trying to figure out, okay, I'm gonna talk to this young lady. And so my mind took me back that my daughter's going into this atmosphere, and I was fearful. Does she know the game? You know what I'm saying? So that just really brought it on to me that did I even tell her the game? Whatever that is, man. Gee, come on, slow down a little bit.
I got to stand up.
So from that perspective, man, it was just to reflect upon, all the immature decision making that I had, especially in an environment today that one mistake can cost you the rest of your life.
But it's so much different though, man. When we were coming up, so you had weed, you had, alcohol. Now, man, they got kush, they got stuff that these kids won't come back. One bad decision is life changing.
I don't know you guys kids, but I know you all. So I don't know, man. I can't imagine you guys not raising some individuals that are not responsible for themselves. To your point, man, I remember when I was a freshman, right? And me and my man Bobby Kyle, shout out, we had a condo off campus. Everybody else, we had a grown man condo overlooking the city. And the girls who had parents who were strict and didn't allow them to do anything, those were the ones that were buck wild. So, again, I'm sure there's some level of independence at the house to where they'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, you know, it's all about life and learning and lessons. So, yeah, they're gonna bump their heads a little bit, but I'm sure they'll be okay. You know?
My thing for my child, she's a sophomore at Southern University, go Jaguars. I was not fearful because I knew I had put into her the right stuff, so to speak. And I trusted her, but I do know that, and I'm not jaded enough to think that life
is in your britches.
Oh, that hurt. And life won't come at my child like it comes to everybody. But I felt pretty confident that she would do the right thing. She did well her first year. I'm very proud of that, proud of her. But at the same time, I do know there are guys like me, and my words to my daughter was, when you see a guy like me,
We go the other way.
you go the other way. Right? Now, that was the guy I used to be.
Right?
And I tell her, and I told all my girls,
Foolish you not, G.
I told all my girls, hey, I haven't always been your father. Okay? So when you tell me about certain things, and they always say, Dad, how did you know that? Well, again, I haven't always been your dad, so understand.
I'm dealing with my baby leaving.
Understand?
All right.
That's my issue. That's my dilemma. For someone who's so much like me, because her thought process,
God bless her. God bless her.
she ready for
So you agree that there's a double standard, basically?
most definitely.
Okay.
It's hard not to,
Yeah.
right?
And watch this. Watch this. I'm good with the double standard.
Okay.
I don't even care.
Right.
So what?
Right.
And I'm gonna treat her different than I treat him. Every day, all day, 360.
Okay.
If it come down to her and him, he gonna lose. He know this, I know this, we all know this. So don't let it come down to her and you. At the end of the day, you gonna lose, player. You gonna lose. On the flip side, with my daughter, it's totally different. My daughter, she's in a different place where she's going to school in Florida. Come around here, come around here, come around here.
Where's she going, bro?
She's going to school in
What
Florida.
that is? That's a little town outside of Beaumont.
Why you
Minus
give
5.
him 15?
Give me 15, please.
Man, I didn't have a choice. You want me to cheat?
Well, I'm gonna take this. I'm a domino when I go because you brought me.
You know, one real thought, you know, we talking from a perspective on daughters going away to school, and, you know, being on high alert for men that might be in campus. I got a different perspective on it. You know,
I know where
my
you're going.
daughter, thanks praise be to God, is a Division I athlete playing basketball. So not only do I have to be concerned about, you know, Johnny and Joe, I got to be concerned about Mary and Sue.
Preach.
You know what?
I gotta be Johnny.
Man, you know what I'm saying? You're right. I got to be Johnny.
Hey,
No, thank you, man.
But
I
on
just
real
put
talk,
that
though,
there.
I mean, you know, the world where we're at right now, that everything goes. You see what I'm saying? So from that perspective, I'm just giving it to a real. If you stay on the right side of the right, gee, what happens?
You always be right. Who mama say that?
Your mama said that.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know,
Thank you. This is what I'm worried about, those fellas on the yard when my daughter go to school. Make it hurt just a little bit. That's what I'm worried about. 15.
but I mean, that's real talk, because you don't want your daughter to be, whether it's he or she, to be in a compromised situation. And that's, if Rob asked me earlier, what are you worried about? I don't want Lauren in a compromised situation. I want her to be in a situation that's safe, where she's protected. There's nothing that can happen to her, you know?
Well, that's utopia, right?
Yeah.
So that doesn't
It's-
exist, right?
it's not the real
15
world.
stitches.
I'm struggling.
I understand.
And I'm trying her individualism and show up on her front doorstep as I normally do. That's too. Because that's what I want.
Hold your man.
That's what I want.
But she know daddy gonna be there.
Now, this is
Yeah, she know daddy gonna be there.
what?
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you. The greatest thing that ever happened was GPS.
I understand.
Oh, man, yeah.
Located via phone or
Well, let me
whatever.
say this. It's called 360.
Track, yeah, track.
We got
My
we-
wife has
so-
360 on my daughter, and she knows it.
Hey.
And I try to ignore that. And, you know, when she tells me, oh, she's over on the east side of Baton Rouge, you know, and my heart drops, and I'm like, well, I don't want to call her.
In that
because I
swamp.
want to be responsible.
In the swamp.
But at the same time,
in the boot.
you got to do what you got to do. Shit, man.
Yeah, boy.
I gotta do what I gotta do, but I do worry about that. But you know that 360,
Ain't my bad.
hey, it's an app that you can put on your phone, and you can find out exactly where your baby is or isn't.
Man, so let me ask you this.
It goes to the library too. So,
Let me ask you this. Would you have liked it if your parents tracked you?
oh God, no. Thank God I lived in a different era because my mother would have been greatly disappointed.
I would have been deceased.
When do we turn off 360? I'm not saying I want to.
Here's the thing. My daughter told me the other day that, Dad, you didn't check on me one time, you know, while you was in school. Not that I didn't love you,
Come in.
but it's because I'm trying to give you some freedom to do what you needed to do to grow. That was my thing. So, I didn't check on her. I called her twice the entire semester. Now, she called me, but I didn't call her because I wanted to give her that freedom.
Give me that 10.
I got to deal with my daughter.
You one step too early. One
We
step too
had
early.
it since she was born. If you don't give me a reason for your life to change, your life won't change. But if you give me one reason, your whole life won't change.
Yeah.
You gotta give me a reason yet. So
I like that.
Yeah, it's responsibility, man. From day one, man. Day
And
one.
see, so me and my kids, we have this saying. And matter of fact, me and Rob talked about it earlier on the phone. And it's like, it goes like this. If you do your part, daddy gonna do his part.
I'll tell you.
Hey,
That's biblical.
yeah, yeah.
If my daughter do her part, her reasonable service,
Preach.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my part.
All right, okay.
By
All
any means, bro.
By any means.
By any means,
Somebody got to give it up.
yeah. I'll tell you.
So that's how we roll, man. She came back with a 3.78. What can I say?
That's a
She did her part.
What can I say?
She did that.
You know, and I guess that's what we all want, right?
Yeah.
For our kids to do their part. You know, and the thing I've always told them from the time she was little, I said, look, and you said this to your kids, if you tell me the truth, you tell me the truth, there's nothing that we can't fix, right? I can deal with the truth. I can't help you with the lie. Yeah, you tell me a lie, now we are on a different page.
Right, but you know what? One of the things that I say is that I'm not gonna be the dad that when the answer is no, I'm not gonna tell them yes.
Right.
Stand
So
up.
I don't want them to say I can't talk to you because when they come to me when they're 5, it's gonna be no. So you know, and I try to tell them all their life that they done known me and I done known them. That Daddy just I'm very passionate about what I'm passionate about, and I'm passionate about them 2 young ladies, right?
yeah.
And so when I'm passionate, I speak
No, he
with
just-
volume. I speak with emotion or whatever. So with that being said, the perspective, if the answer is no, they're gonna get no from me. And I try to tell them to make sure that hey, ain't nothing you can't talk to me about.
We can talk. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Don't mean my decision gonna change.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
We keep it like that all day, every day.
But let me take a step further in my situation. I tell mine, quite frankly, again, there's nothing that we can't talk about. But guess what? Let me put those ones down first, those aces down.
I like them.
However, you can talk to me from A to Z. Now, always know that whatever I do or say is always, not sometimes, always in your best interest.
Right.
Now, what I can't do is tell you the outcome, how it's going to go.
Yeah.
I can go on historical
Right.
value. When I know if you do this, the likelihood is that this is going to happen. But what I can't do is tell you exactly how it's going to happen. So you got to trust me. First of all, always do what's right. Why would I make a decision that's not in your best interest? Because when you fall, who has to pick you up? As your father.
On that note,
Hold on. My father picks me up.
real spit every time.
Right. Right.
So why would I not pick you up?
Yeah.
Preach somebody, talk to me something
Real
wrong.
talk.
So why would I tell you something wrong
You gonna give
or
me
something
them
that's gonna
britches?
hurt you?
You gonna give me them britches?
I ain't got no
I'm
choice.
cool.
plan. And before I start asking questions, sure got the answers because she knows her dad. Because she's aligned, watch this, with her dad.
Okay.
So as long as you start aligned with the father, you can't go wrong, right?
And that doesn't happen overnight.
So what did you say?
see what
Her
I'm saying?
first love? Huh?
Man, y'all gonna make me cry. I don't want to cry. We ain't gonna do this.
Are we not? Good question. Are
I'm
we
gonna call
not?
y'all next week when I get down there. When I drop off, y'all better answer your phone.
But let me tell you
Everybody
this,
better
though.
answer your
I'm
phone.
just going to put this out there. Sam's got a special on Kleenex. I ain't gonna get one for free. I'm saying, no, real talk, man. You gonna talk about a rabbit punch. Man, when you drop that baby girl off, it's gonna get you in your gut.
Yeah.
And I'm just keeping it real. As much as I tried to fight it, I'm piddling around the house before we got in the car because I ain't want to drive up to nowhere. Man, it's a different level.
Yeah.
It's a different
level of love.
No, man, it's on a, I love my wife. I love my daughters. My daughters can't do nothing. They will always be my daughters.
Say that one more G.
I
Say that one more
They will
G.
always be
This
my
this
daughters.
comes from
Man.
Sam.
I understand. I don't
Listen,
know.
listen,
And I don't even know, but I already know.
listen.
It's the response.
Let me tell you what I told my daughter
Uh.
at an early age.
Uh.
I'm your motherfucking BFF. I'm your boyfriend. I'm the partner in crime. I'm the one you go out with. I'm the one you share your tears with. Whatever it is you need, I am that.
You him.
But let me say this. This is what I've come to the revelation, man. We just messed up. I can protect them from a lot of things, but I can't protect them from a broken heart.
Let me spit on that. As you were talking, I was going to touch base on that.
Let's
So
talk about that.
I'm not there, and let me tell you something in terms of life. I was raised by a black mother. My father committed suicide. I was 11 months old. I lost my mother in '92. I was 20 years old at UT, and I had to leave school. I just got my undergrad degree like 4 years ago. Now I'm in the master's program at UT. Just all that. That's a whole different show. But how are we gonna react when they show up at the front door with that young man? You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no, wait, time out. You done been there. Time out. And I'm not talking about the Eddie Murphy, Will Smith thing because I don't really agree with that approach. You know what I'm saying? The bad. I really don't like that scene at all. I really don't.
So why did you like that?
I didn't like that scene, man, because that young man was a respectful young man.
He
And
did
we
look
talk-
like he was 30.
We talk about trust. That's real talk. We talk about trust in our daughters. So if they got the courage to bring someone home, are we going to respect that? You feel what I'm saying?
Here's what, but hold on. Look,
Oh, you got a point. Shit.
Hold
You
on,
got a point
before-
that.
We talking, bro.
Yeah,
Right,
come
but
on,
before she brings him home, I need to know about it. I don't. If you just pop up at my door,
Who the fuck are you?
Go ahead.
But if you just pop up at my door, how can I treat you?
I love you to death, but if you pop up in my house right now,
Yeah. Well, let me
I'm
say
like, you
this.
respect it. Like, give me a shot.
Give me my respect.
Let me say this.
Well, hold on now. I'm sure, as crazy as we are, I'm gonna speak for myself.
Yeah, because I'm I got an angel. I got an angel.
I click every now and then about her. So she already know. If she bring a motherfucker to my house, he already vetted.
Yeah.
Watch this. She done already talked to her mama about him. They done put in little
Right.
How many of them? 15 of them?
15 of them. They got 15 cars.
Miss
Hold
Adams.
on.
Just-
But she need to have talked to me.
Well, it's gonna come to me. But here's what you gotta do. They gotta set the table, Daniel.
Okay, all right, set it.
They gonna set the table
Make
for
it,
you.
make it live, because it's
And then watch
not,
this.
it's not living right now.
They're gonna incorporate everybody they need.
Why is it not living, bro? Why is it not, I mean, we talking about trusting these young women.
Right, but out of respect, right?
Oh, thank you, Dan.
It's not that I'm gonna even say no, right? It's simply that I trust you to make the decision. That's who you like. Sure. Trust me to trust you, right? In other words, give me an opportunity to digest. Because first of all, like we talked about, we are their first love, right? And as their first love, you know what? I just want the opportunity to say, it's okay, baby. That's all I'm asking.
How does that need-
I still remember taking Lauren to daycare, and I wasn't ready. Hey, man, look, we walked Lauren into daycare, and hey, Anita cried, I cried. You know, that's daycare. And we took a picture for the next 17 years of her life of her first day of school. You know?
Hold on, where?
I hate
That-
I passed.
that's a win. That's a winner
I rock.
knocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hear you want to put it.
But you know what? Man? It's not real yet. It's not until I know she is sleeping in that room upstairs.
Yep.
Cause I went by it Saturday. I went by that room Saturday. I looked in that and I saw my baby, man. I saw the crib.
Yeah.
I saw me, you know, grabbing her out of her mother's womb. You know, I'm the first parental hands that touched her.
Same here, bro.
It's something about them girls.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. So, you can be, I had to experience it for myself. I can be in a place with a bunch of folks that want, so, not to get biblical, but we're going to go on with this.
It's all good to get good with any time of the
The
day.
sweetest name on her, what?
Hey, Jesus.
Real talk.
Right next to that is to hear your baby call you dad.
Yeah.
When you hear daddy, I don't care. It's like they talking about a 12-gauge shot and everybody know what that means. When you hear
10,
your baby
man.
say daddy,
Like everybody know what 10 means.
And
and you know your baby's voice. You know,
hey, look, when your daughter falls off the bike, you know, a lot of times it's my mom, but hey, when she needs you, dad, dad, dad,
when there's a problem,
dad,
Okay.
when there's an issue,
dad,
when all else fails,
yeah, dad,
call Superman.
yeah. Oh,
Call Superman. And guess what? Here we come. Here we go.
I see.
Here we go.
I see.
One way or another.
Yeah,
The
'cause
call
you-
will be
By
answered.
any means, bro.
Because that's
I knew you going down there, G.
it's that internal, you know, I gotta protect this person.
Yeah.
You can't tell me yours don't fit.
Hey, come on, man. Who you talking to, bro?
I'm just
I'm
asking.
being respectful, man. Come on, now.
Okay.
Kind of
I
like,
just take a little time, big bro. I just take a little time, big bro.
kind of like these young boys be disrespectful.
Where we
huh?
going?
Look,
We're going.
we're going right here.
Wow.
We're going right here.
He
Yeah,
put a
that's what
rock. He put a rock
That's what
on
we
that.
do.
Made you
That
rethink
one.
that
Yeah,
one.
you sure
Where we
did.
going, man?
Made you rethink that one.
We not going.
I have to tell you, man, first day of school for my oldest, my first baby, man, I was apprehensive, man. Speaking of that, I gotta take my grandbabies to school tomorrow on their first
Hey,
day.
man. Bless them.
Oh.
Teachers, facilitators, everybody.
Come on.
Yes, sir, on their first day. So, 30 years ago, I took my daughter to first grade, right? Here's the story, talking about your babies, first day of school. We walked down this long hallway. I like it. Walked down the hallway. I thought Loman at 1
We lock it. Lock it in.
Lock man. Walk down this long hallway, first grade hall, right? My baby, she's always sharp, you know. She goes down and the teacher, you know, all the kids crying. So she gets in there to the end of the hallway, and I'm waiting for this big hug that never came, you know. So I'm walking down the hallway, man, sad, walking back. And I stop, and I'm filming the whole time, right?
Oh.
I'm filming the whole time. And all of a sudden, I stopped and I turned around, and she wasn't there, right? She goes in her classroom, and I'm sad because I wanted this big hug, my baby's first day of school. And as I'm getting ready to turn, she comes out of the room, she backs out of the room, and she turns and she waves at me
Oh.
and blew me a kiss.
Oh.
You done.
Bro, that sounds like a Coke
Done.
commercial. That sounds,
Done.
that's lovely, bro. And you got that on
Done.
tape, too?
I got it on tape.
Man, that's
Done.
real spit, man.
Done.
That's
One thing I did, man, like I say, I was fiddling around, you know, before we took our daughter down to ULL. And, like I say, sitting in the kitchen, didn't want to move. She hit me in the mouth.
Big
You know,
six.
She said, hold on, y'all hold on.
Uh-oh.
16 stitches again. But no, sitting in the kitchen, I'm just piddling around, man, and my baby came to me. She said, "Dad, what you find?" She said, "We made it." Man, and you know, that choked me up even more. You know, they say out of the mouth of babes, man, comes a profound thing. But, you know, she put it in perspective. We made it. You know, that she's able to go get a college education because God gifted her with a talent that she's giving him the glory, man. So,
She did that.
Oh, wow.
man, when you talk about crying, I cried for 3 hours from here all the way down and try to get it together, man. But that's real. That's a rabid punch, man. I don't care if you tighten up your stomach.
Everything.
Ain't nothing you can do can stop
You
it.
can't lift no
No,
weights.
ain't no weights.
Ain't enough weights in the
Sometimes I
world.
just think about my baby, man, and how blessed I am, man, to have that village, and started with her mother. I give her mother a call, just to raise these kids, and just it's just amazing. It's blessed. It could be a whole different scenario.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This show could be a whole different. This show could be, what is it like having a daughter incarcerated?
Right.
Come on, man, talk to me, man. That's what this show could be.
Right.
And I had a daughter based upon this pandemic.
Hey, but look,
You know?
hey, you know what you talking about having a daughter? It could be we are incarcerated and we can't see our daughter.
Yeah.
It could be
You know,
all
so look,
man.
but look, check this out. We are 5, and then the rest of the guys that aren't here, never been to jail. Front of that time. never been to jail.
Make that put an asterisk.
Not that I shouldn't have been there.
You know, but look, right.
I'm telling myself, man.
But
Change something. That was
we're
It's on me.
What the
active
Paul said, not to have
fathers.
a tank. But it's on you.
It's on me.
Make me preach,
It's on me.
man. It's Monday. It's Monday.
We don't want Rudder Davis.
My bad, interrupt, bro.
No,
You play this one?
No,
Oh, my
It's on you.
bad.
It's on you.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
but we're dads who haven't had that concern, right? We've been there from day one, like each of us, you know, at the delivery of our babies.
Yes, sir.
Man, you know one thing I want to go back to, because it could come off a little chauvinistic about,
Oh, that's a team effort now.
But it's definitely a team effort, because I want to make sure that, albeit ain't nothing I can do that can separate my daughters from being my daughters.
Right.
That same true hold for my wife. Ain't nothing that they can do to separate from being their mom. You know, and I think each one of us play a vital role in their life. You know what I mean? And I'm just so thankful that I got a strong black woman to show them what a woman should be and how she goes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to just represent it just us, because hey, it do take a
Oh,
village.
man, look,
And I got Queen B.
Yeah, I could not do half of the stuff that I've done, and I could not have raised her to be the woman that she is without the help.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm gonna say this. Johnny talked about it earlier. We talked about single parent being raised, single parent, et cetera. You know, I'm a firm believer that certain things, I can raise my girls, but I can't teach them how to be a woman.
Right.
My mother raised me, but she couldn't teach me how to be a man. But I turned out all right.
You sit
I
at the
give
table,
a,
bro.
I give a Mother's Day card and a Father's Day card.
That's real good.
You know what I'm
That's real
saying?
good. That's real
That's
good.
what I do.
That's real good.
So you got to be aware that don't let nobody tell you this, that, and the other. But certainly, only certain things can come. Now, I'm a great man, but if my father wasn't around, there's some things that I missed. Inherently, I missed, even though I turned out okay. If the mother's not around, inherently, there's some things that young lady is gonna miss. So it does take a village, but it takes, just unadulterated, what you call it, Rob? Agape love?
Let me ask y'all something. You got one sentence to tell your daughters as they go out to university. One sentence. What's that sentence? Since I asked them last, you got one sentence.
Okay.
You can go hard. You got one sentence.
This is easy, and I'm stealing it because it's so poignant.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at the camera right in the camera and say, Lauren, you are a woman by birth, but you will always be a lady by choice.
Ooh.
Can't argue with that one, brother.
Gee, I'm glad you next.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Well, hey, I would make up a rule. I'm gonna say pass. I ain't gonna do no. I'm gonna say pass. I gotta think about that one. Man, that's a rough one, that
You
one.
got one sentence.
Man, one sentence, G.
That's a rough
He
one.
used a comma very well with that but.
Yeah.
That was just really too. But that was because you could have said however you could have started.
I know, but
What's your phone?
conjunction.
There you go.
Man.
What's your function? That's good. That's real good.
So what if we had one
You got one
sentence
sentence.
You got one
man.
sentence. Come on.
to tell them?
As they go off to start their lives and
Yeah.
continue their lives.
So look, when Alicia, when you take her down there again on the 27th, you gonna tell her one thing that you want to remember.
Man, that's a rough one. I can't even say my name in one sentence.
And that's why I asked. Cause we can all go hard. We can all freestyle.
Wait. Listen, this is the man who can get up in front
We
of
can
the show.
freestyle though.
Yeah, no, come on.
But one
If I
sentence.
had one sentence, man, I would just tell them, Daddy,
Okay.
That's
You
real.
know, and I just get it like that.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
because you know, one of the things, and I'm gonna give him credit right now. Dan always say that, you know, throughout their life, you got a sanding stone. When they get to a certain point in their life, now you got to polish.
Yeah.
So I feel I done did all my sanding
Real
right now.
skill.
So it's about polishing now. I want her to know that she can do all things.
Yeah.
Through Christ that strengthens her.
That's
At
awesome.
the end of the day, you know what I mean? And just daddy loves you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drop the mic.
That's good.
And I'm gonna get my tissue, and then I'm gonna go cry.
Listen, we take you to Walmart.
What you gonna do? What you gonna say?
got
We
one.
might can pause on this. It's gonna take a minute.
So I guess I'm gonna cry first, right?
Yeah.
Mine is due up this weekend.
No, mine is Thursday.
Well, mine is Thursday too.
Y'all taking down Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday,
We
Thursday,
leaving Friday.
Friday.
I'm on the road Thursday.
I'm on the road.
Hey, Brent, Daddy is so proud of you. You know that. I tell you that all the time. You know, we're taking you off to school in a minute here, and it's just amazes me. As was mentioned in this conversation today, I was the first one to hold you. Your eyes were closed. I said, "Hey, baby," and you opened your eyes, and that was the first tears that Daddy had for you. There will be many more. I've been praying for you since day one. I've been praying for your husband. I've been praying for your children. Just know that we are all so freaking proud of you, your mom, your little brother, me. You're just an amazing person, and we're so thankful to have you. You've honored your name. Your name is Bryn. You know, you were named after my mother, Brenda. You've honored your name. The family is so proud of you. You have a whole village of little girls who look up to you. I can go on and on how much I love you, but you know that. So that's about it. I just want to let you know how proud I am of you.
Well, Ryan Elizabeth, you're going off for your sophomore year at Southern University. As you know, Dad and Mom, we're super proud of you. There's nothing you can't do. You did great your first year in school. This is your first foray into real freedom. This will be your first year of real school due to COVID. You'll have a full complement of everything that's coming your way. All I ask is that you stay focused, stay on track, follow your plan. You know what's best for you as far as your schooling is concerned. Mom and Dad, we have your back. Auburn, Addison, Chelsea, and Megan, we all love you. You know we're here for you, and we know that you're going to do great things. You're destined for great things. Ryan Elizabeth means little warrior. And when we named you, we took that in mind. So we want to say we love you. We'll always love you. Just be as focused as you can and know that Mom and Dad, we're here for you and the whole family. So,
Pretty girl, you and I are about to embark on a destination of Florida in less than a week. Want you to understand that your daddy loves you. I'm here for you. I'm so proud of you, what you've accomplished, what you've become. The Lord has had his hand on you continuously. He's blessing you. He's continuing to keep you. As I've always said, you do your part, Daddy gonna do his part. And at the end of the day, don't nothing come between me and you. Be it death,
It's I'll take care of this. I just want to make sure.
another person, family and friends. Me and you have a bond that will never, ever, ever be compromised. Because at the end of the day, guess what? I belong to you and you belong to me. And that's how it's always gonna be.
Who, baby girl? I got a two-piece, so I'm gonna end this. So Alexis, going up into this final year at PV, Daddy's so proud of you. You know, you went in and you took care of your business. You know, coming out with a 3.8 going into this last semester. You know, none but love for you, baby girl. You know, you've stayed the course. You took wise counsel. You've been able to go through a pandemic. So, you know, I just want you to keep doing what you're doing. Keep the main thing. So Daddy's so proud of you. You know, this is just chapter 1. As we've talked about trying to go to law school, we're going to get into chapter 2. So bless you, love you. Let's go ahead and get this thing. Alicia, we haven't had our conversation about going back to school yet. You know, we'll do that in a couple of weeks. But at the end of the day, baby, I'm proud of you. Like I say, you have to never make a basket. You know, you don't have to play basketball or anything. I'm just proud of you for being my daughter, being a beautiful black young lady, intelligent, you know, and you have helped me throughout this journey, you know, realizing that you want to go be an orthopedic surgeon. you know, I'm looking forward to that. Daddy need a place to go sit down, and I'm gonna manage that front desk. We'll make sure I get them accounts receivable, so I'm ready there for you. So, baby, I love you. I got all kind of speeches. I'm gonna say them for in person, but as we do this video podcast or whatever, just want the world to know, love you to the moon and back. Hey, that's real talk. We are the Blantons, mighty, mighty Blantons. Everywhere we go, people ought to know who we are. Peace, love, and hair grease. I'm out.
Man, Lauren, as you get ready to head off to college, I just want to say I love you. I'm so proud of you. I wish you all the success, all the accomplishments that are in your heart. There's nothing you can't do. You're intelligent. You've become such a great woman. And hey, I'm speechless. I mean, from your birth to your first step to your riding the bike and saying, Daddy, I'm riding a bike, to driving a car, to skiing. There's nothing that you haven't accomplished. And I just wish the best for you. I want you to be safe. I want you to have fun and do all the things in college that every other college kid is doing and come home safe. I love you, baby.